Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Love. Now, Fred Khumalo is known for his provocative writing style. Some of the books he authored include 7 Steps to Heaven and Touch My Blood. His literary work will be among fellow industry giants such as Don Materra, Elinor Sisulu, Gcina Mhlope, to mention only a few of those who will partake at the first Abantu Book Festival. Fred joins us now to tell us more about what we continue to discuss, of course, at the Abantu Book Festival. Fred, good morning. Such a pleasure having you on the program.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here to be sharing with the nation the exciting news of the first Abantu Book Festival.
What was your first thought when Tando approached you and said, please be part of the Abantu Book Festival?
Yes, of course, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
It's being held in Soweto. I've never attended any book thing in any township. Because, of course, I'm a victim of this myth that black people do not read or do not buy books. And it's a self-perpetuating myth. And then you sit down as a writer and you remember that almost everywhere I've been, including French Literary Festival, the people who buy my books happen to be black. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, let's explode this myth. So Tando, by coming up with this concept, is exploring the very thought that I've always had, but have been scared to take it to its logical conclusion.
How do we begin to change that myth?
By talking about it, that it is a myth. Because the book clubs that we have in the country are mostly by black women, in particular, black women, especially when you're talking about fiction. And I've been invited to many of them, both here in Johannesburg, Cape Town and Durban, and we speak about books both in English and in other languages. Well, of course, at the moment I haven't got a book out in my mother tongue, which is very embarrassing. But of course, when I started writing, there were no outlets for isiZulu. But of course, now I write for a Zulu language newspaper every week, Isolezwe, and it shows me that the biggest newspaper on a daily basis is isiZulu, Isolezwe. And why not take it further and write books in our languages? In Zulu, Tswana, Xhosa, and so on.
Let's talk about your contribution at the festival. What can we look forward to?
Well, I'll be talking about my new book, which is this one. It's an exploration of where we are as a nation. But of course, I use my provocative, as you said earlier, style and tongue-in-cheek to explore where we are as a nation. What debates are we supposed to be having as a nation? And let's laugh at ourselves, which is what is my forte. Is let's laugh at ourselves, but dealing with serious issues. So I will be hosting one of the panels about that. What a columnist is supposed to be doing in South Africa, what kind of issues we should be dealing with, and what is the meaning of fiction in a society that is trying to define itself or redefine itself, as it were. So those are the debates that I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'm happy and honored to be given this opportunity to interact with legends like Ubabu, Don Materra, Gcina Mhlope, and many others. And of course, I'm not young, I'm not old, so I'm in the middle. So I'm going to learn from younger guys as well, because it gets very nervous as a writer to be talking about your craft. Because writing is a very solitary thing. You sit by yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, or 12 o'clock midnight, you're writing, and you're wondering, am I making sense? What are people going to say about this? So now to be there, interacting with those people, is an honor and a pleasure.
What are your thoughts on the South African literary landscape as it stands right now in 2016?
It's so exciting. I can't keep up with the output, the quantity of books that are being published every month. There are so many books I've got, and I buy them every month, but I can't keep up. I can't read them enough because I've got a full-time job. Otherwise, reading is a full-time pleasure and an honor. So I can say there's a huge, what do you call it, activity. It used to be a flowering. Now it's a deluge. It's a flood.
Yeah.
We are being flooded by new books. But as we grow as writers, we are going to learn to be selective. These books make sense or not.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
All right.
But we still need to write more books in our languages. That's where we are lacking at the moment.
All right, Fred, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Fred Khumalo is also a participant at the Abantu Book Festival that is set to take place this week at various places around Soweto. As you've been aware, that we've been talking to various participants for the festival taking place in Soweto.